it's been one of the moments that we said, hey, maybe something can happen. And after that, I would say the game against Club America was the game because we faced a good team. Everybody was watching the game, and the way we ended this game was the game. And also, like I told you, I think the game after Orlando, when we lost 4-3, I don't remember the game that we played, but the game after Orlando was the game because we had, as you know, a really good performance in Orlando, but after that we lost the game 4-3. But the way we managed the week after this game and the way we played after this game, I felt that it was possible to do something great.
You asked about Julian. Obviously, that's a guy you guys brought in mid-season. He was a starter for quite a large portion of the season. Doesn't start, but plays a role throughout the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What went into the decision to not bring him back, at least not immediately?
Listen, first of all, really good, really a great guy, good player also. Obviously, that's why we brought him. After that, everything went naturally. You know, he came, he helped us. After that, I needed to have something different on the right side. He really good attitude. Obviously, he wanted to start like every player. But I felt that, and we felt that he is better for the club and for him. Not for the club. It's better for him. Sorry, to see another experience because he helped us in a certain way. But after that, in terms of what we wanted to do, what we want to do for the future, so naturally we decided to move forward, but without him.
Does that speak to what Mo, the growth of Mo, and what he gives you going forward in time, not necessarily on the field?
The growth of Mo, but also what I want to do in terms of profile. Because I'm happy for Mo, but Mo needs competition like every player. Like I told you, it doesn't change my mind in terms of competition between players is really important. So good for Mo, but another player is going to come to compete for this position also.
You mentioned vacation. You don't have a lot of off-season, but what does it look like for you here before everything gets going?
Listen, I am a simple guy, so the sun is out. Maybe I'm going to try a moment to go golf. And after that, I'm going to go on vacation with my family for the maximum days.
These press releases about contract extensions don't just drop out of thin air.
Yeah.
These are days,
Yeah.
weeks in the process of building up. How did you manage those conversations with your inner circle and manage the team preparing for some of the most important games in the season?
Listen, you're talking about the contract with the players?
Not any particular
Yeah.
player, just that you're having to manage
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah, not easy because I like MLS, but I don't like the way we have to do things because this is not easy. You know, we knew that we had to manage the group. You know, in the present moment and for the future. Players knows that also, but I would say the fact that we have been consistent and coherent with the way we put everything in place. It was difficult emotionally because again, I told my team during the week of the final that the player who haven't played a lot were spot on. that was spot on. Because every day, every minute, they train, they compete with a smile, and at the same time, it was not easy. And when we wanted to give them an extra day to recover, they didn't want. They wanted to train. Because of them, the level of the competition within the group was really good. So they knew that, yes, I had to make decision. So listen, this is the professional environment. They know that. The idea was to be ourselves and me to be true and to be honest with them. But I have to say that yesterday, yes, we had a lot of fun. But at the end of that, it was not easy because it was the moment that we had to I had to say goodbye, I would say. So listen, this is my job. This is the job of the organization. But I'm pleased that everything have been coherent. This is the most important for me.
The casual fan would look at the relationship that Steven Moreira seems to have with you and that Rudy Camacho certainly has with you to see that they're going to stay on board is also an endorsement of the way you feel about your experience here personally and professionally.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure, really important. With Steven, since the middle of the year, we told him already we were almost agreed, but it took more time. And Steven has been. It's funny because when I was in Montreal and I played against Columbus, I said this player has something, Steven. And when I signed, I was really happy because I knew that we were able to modify a bit his game on the pitch, but also off the pitch. And this is what happened. He's been a really good leader, because he's able to connect with everyone. And at the same time, when we were in trouble after the Nashville game, when we lost over there 3-1, and he did something in the locker room that I have a massive respect for him, because he brought everyone and he discussed. He said what he needed to say, and on the pitch, it's been really nice because I like to play with him. Depending the same position, but not the same work to do, depending the game. So all the game, I change a bit the distance with him, the position with him, in terms of what he has to do with the ball, without the ball. It's been a pleasure, and he's so good to do that. That's why he had a complete season. But I put him under pressure already because I said the game that you did defensively against Buenga, you cannot drop the level. So you're going to be in trouble next year with me because you were so good. And Rudy Camacho, yes, he brought what we expected. Good leader. He gives a good energy to the group. He gives confidence to the group. And I brought him because, yes, he's a good player, but like I told you, it's because he knows the way I want to play. He knows already all the nuances in the game, so he's able to teach the other guy also towards that. So pleased with that. Normal that they're going to be with us next year, and I know that the idea is to raise the level again. But really pleased, and the success that we had. Obviously, everybody, but these two guys are really important.
I have one last question. I'm sorry. A lot was made of LAFC's massive schedule this year coming into this last game. 53 games, I suppose. You're facing that too now, adding CONCACAF Champions Cup to your schedule. And of course, it all depends on how successful the team is. Does your approach to attention to the journey rather than the outcome change, number one? And number two, are you confident that the support from ownership and upper management in terms of the acquisition of more talent, if that's necessary in your eyes, is going to be there to help survive what could very well be a 50-game season.
For sure. Next year won't be the same. This is going to be a new journey for sure. In terms of outcome, I don't know. Like I told you, I will never change on that. But the idea is to compete. Every competition we want to compete. So that's why we started to do it already. This is a continuous project. And with the front office, we're going to add players for sure. The idea is to be competitive and also to bring competition within the group. For me, this is the most important. After that, I had a few discussions already with few colleagues in MLS. We know that it's going to be a tough one. I like to say expect the expected. So we know that. So the idea is to get more players in terms of rotation to be able to achieve and to go as far as we can. I think LAFC played a 68 or 60. They played many games regarding what they did all year. It could be our story. So we know that. So listen, sometimes it's funny because, and I'm not saying that you are doing that, but we want to compete in every competition. So, and when the competition arrives, we are like, what we got to do? No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to play that. It's a pleasure to play as many games as possible. And after that, we'll see. We'll see how we're going to be able to adjust during the season. And but I'm really grateful for that. We deserve it. And it's going to be really cool also to play against different style of play. So, yeah, I'm happy for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just want to kind of reiterate in a different way a question that Patrick
Yeah.
asked, and that is about the process.
Yeah.
You tear players down may not be the right phrase. I don't know what it'd be in French, but you do reprogram players. You tell them to
Yeah.
forget certain parts of the game because you have to play a certain way.
Yeah.
You multiply that by the number of players on a roster and players coming in the summer.
Mm.
When was your system in place to your satisfaction?
The end is just the end. What do you mean by the system in place?
Where everyone got it.
Yeah.
It was all meshed, and that to win a championship,
Yeah.
it's total buy-in from everyone.
Yeah.
And in your system, it requires them to play a certain way
Yeah.
that they're unaccustomed to.
Yeah. No, listen, everything is connected. Everything is connected with that. Again, with a lot of humility, I'm not saying that I do something different and I am different for the other coach. No. This is only my way of seeing the game. And I'm really pleased. Yes, we won. We are champions. But for me, the way I am as a coach is more important to see how my player have grown. And how also how they started and how they struggle and how they were able to do a fantastic game against LAFC. So yes, I like to reprogram kind of the players regarding the way we want to play. But like I told them, this is the ball, and you want to attack the ball, you want the ball. So when we were kids, this is something that we want you to do. So they have pleasure to do it. And the only thing that I had to fight, I'm going to have to fight with them, I'm going to have to challenge them, but also support them, is their ego. Because sometimes the player doesn't want to do it. Because he's like, yeah, coach, but if I do that, I'm going to make the mistake, and after that, I'm going to be in trouble. And that's why, for me and my staff, what is really important is to get this trust between the players. And all of that, this is the how for my system. The why is clear, but the how for me is really important because it's all about the players, but it's the connection also with the person. And Pat Schulte has been one of the best examples also, because as a goalkeeper, when you make a mistake, it's a goal. And I can tell you that he didn't sleep for it happens after many games that he didn't sleep because he wanted to be better. But again, he took all this kind of situation to get better. And for me, I cannot talk too much, but I think that he's gonna have a bright future if he stays humble. So, and Aiden Morris also this kind of guy, the young guy, because I can name everyone, because Kucho has been also the same. Kucho, the way he started with us and the way he is now, this is the opposite in terms of person. Players, everybody knows him. But it's been the case for all my players. So that's why I'm really, really happy about the season. Yes, we won, but also I can see the big difference between when we started and where we are now.
Where does that leave you now for next year?
Mhm.
That block's in place.
Yeah.
That's a major block.
Mhm.
Is that, as you look ahead to next year, knowing that you won a title
Mhm.
really amazingly after reprogramming an entire team,
Yeah.
does that put you ahead of things heading into next year?
Listen, I don't. Like I told you, yes, we won, but for me, this is like I told you, an infinite game. We won, but next year is going to be harder because all the teams going to try to beat us a little bit more, and there is more expectation now. So the idea is stay focused on us and try to compete in every competition. And like I told you again, I repeat myself, but try to go as far as possible. So if we can win a second title, we're going to do it. But I don't think like that. I think about what can we do to keep our standards, because we have new standards now, and the idea is to keep that, and we'll see next year how everything's going to be. Looking for greatness all the time, excellence. So for us, this is the kind of mantra, and after that, outcome I don't know, but this is the standards. Yes.
The last thing I want to ask is, how open has this organization been to letting you bring in the players that you want and make sure your vision is able to be accomplished on the field?
Grateful. Again, I'm here for that also because I knew that the people, the front office, all the people here, like I told you, competency is here already. I know that, but also chemistry. Good environment, and when we have a laugh, and when we compete but with joy, doesn't mean that we're gonna laugh for nothing. No, but laugh really is a bit, dopamine, and this is good for everyone to stay themselves and to connect and to put ideas on the table, not be shy to share stuff, and after that move forward. So it's been the case with the front office and with the Aslam family. It's all about what can we do to improve the team, and I feel open to discuss about what I want to say. I am like this, but it's easier with them, and the idea is to be coherent. And all the asks that I had have been a good discussion, and that's why we had a few players during the windows, and that's why we were able to move forward. So it's going to be the same for next year. We're going to work. That's why I'm not on vacation. I need to move forward a bit with that. But no, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. And like I said, the organization deserves it also because, yeah, this is really good what they do.
We don't often see the side of Darlington that was on that stage yesterday.
Yeah.
I think that's intentional on his part. But how often do you guys see him in that kind of mode? So,
No, it's like that. we like to put music before training. So I saw him dancing already. So he was dancing. So, but no, D is a quiet leadership. You know, this is the way it is, and I think we have a lot of similarities regarding that because he doesn't have to talk a lot. He likes to show. You know, he never missed a session. He loves the game, and everybody loves him, respect him, and yeah, you know, sometimes you cannot describe. It's like this. He's like this. You know, this is the way he is. He's like en français on dit un bisounours, but we want to grab him all the time. So and at the same time he likes to compete. So yeah, no, it's natural. Yesterday it was a bit difficult for him because that's why he tried to involve everyone because he doesn't like to be in front of everyone. But when he has to say something, no doubt he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. So that's why I like both sides of Darlington. But he deserves it. He deserves it, and he's been a really good captain. That's why I put him captain because I didn't expect him to be loud on the pitch, but he's leading by example, and I love it. Thank you. Enjoy your vacation. I don't know if you're going to get it, but it's been a pleasure this week, this year, so we work with you. Okay, so see you next year.
it's also because, to me, and he said D. I was like, there's different types. There's D and there's not.
Right. Well, and we didn't get any of that in 2020, so there was no,
Yeah.
it's just not a side thing. Even like the video when he calls Aiden for the All-Star game, like that was still like pretty mild mannered.
Because he was.
Right, exactly.
Yep, absolutely. I think about that sometimes. Obviously, it's things for sometimes, so you know, right? It's not me because a lot of the time I am the way that I am in spring club classes the first couple I work with.
Sure.
So obviously, when you look at the starter from North Korea, it's like they won't win.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
I know it's clear, just like the clubhouse meeting, neurotic. Which I think will freak out because he obviously knows it too.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Oh, that's true.
That was a skill. I think the ground.
You recover from the White Claws yet?
I got no voice, I'll say that. So I apologize in advance.
How has this past week been for you, these past 2 days, the parade, winning, what has it been for you?
Fun. Yeah, it's, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of celebrating, of course. But honestly, I'm just trying to soak it all in and have as much fun as I can because I know once I really go home, the work starts again for next year.
What are you looking for that work to be like? What are you looking, you look at, obviously you had great success this season, but what are you looking to improve upon going into next season?
Yeah, I think for myself personally, just really fine tuning my body and just I'm trying to be getting stay healthy one, but work on plyometric speed and agility, kind of that work in the gym, and then on the field, just working on my distribution, both feet, especially the way we obviously play. I want to be as more comfortable in any situation as possible with the ball at my feet, as well as just fine tuning every detail of being a goalkeeper, shot stopping, crosses, game situations, and just honestly just trying to put myself in the best situation so when I do come back here, I'm ready to go and to win another championship.
MLS doesn't really have an off-season, really, you go right into roster decision right away. When you look at the roster decisions the organization made, and a lot of you, including yourself, options were picked up and stuff, what does that say to you and the confidence that the organization has in this team going forward in the next season?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of belief within the team. It's I think the guys that you see out there week in and week out, majority of them are back, and the guys behind the scenes that put in the work every day to push everyone to be better. Quite a few of them are back, but it's a whole team effort, and so I'm just the club's got a vision, and you've started to see it take off over the last probably 2 months. So I'm just excited for the vision that they have going into next year and years to come.
Last thing I want to ask is Evan Bush, he resigned. What does that mean for you, having him be a part of this team going into next season?
Oh, it's awesome. They always joke and say it's my dad because I'm closer to his daughter's age than him. But no, he's vital to me, to the goalie group, to this team. He's just a leader in the locker room, but he gives his 2 cents when needed. And for me, it's someone that is going to push me to be better, and that wants me to be better, and he's going to push himself as well. So it's just another tool for me just to kind of look after him and go under his wing and have him guide me to where I want to end up, and he wants the same for me.
Wilfer, you mentioned that after a game with mistakes, I assume he's talking about the Cincinnati game, you had some sleepless nights. Just hard to get through. We kind of heard about this. As you sit here now, like looking back on that moment, how much do you think that helped shape you? I know you referenced some of that yesterday at the parade, but helped kind of turn you into the goalkeeper you were when the team gave you most.
Yeah, it's I think I hate to say it, but looking back on it, making those mistakes, they definitely shaped me to be who I am, and to hold the championship at the end of the or the cup at the end of the year, and look back and know that I made those mistakes and that I've learned and got better from them, and it makes me feel good about what's to come because I know the situations that I was in, know how it feels, but yeah, it's just it was vital because mentally, this year was draining at times, especially those. But how I recovered from it, how I work on the field, just added a whole different dimension. Also, not that I'm a worker, I don't like to not take days off and stuff, but just kind of add that extra drive as well to continue to work hard and to see that end goal of where I want to be at the end of my career.
How much do you mentioned that in some of the other guys in the locker room help you get through that moment?
I'd say Evan, obviously, Phil Borger, the goalie coach, but it was all of them, honestly. Darlington, Steven, all these guys. Right after those games that mistakes happened. Steven was the first one to have his arm around me in the locker room, just being like, "Look, it's gonna happen. We all make mistakes. Yours are just on a magnifying glass because you're the last guy." So he was like, "Look, this isn't the end of your career. This one mistake, we'll move on. We go again next weekend." And so, all these guys just, having my back and doing all that for me it was awesome. And, I think that's what made our team so close.
A year ago, you're celebrating an MLS Next Pro championship. Now you're sitting here talking with us. You talked to us throughout the season. I mean, it's pretty clear that you've become sort of, I don't want to say the face of this team, but you're certainly in that discussion. Yesterday, the fans are chanting your name. I mean, it all seem surreal how quickly it's turned into where you are now with this club.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everyone, kind of brings up the past, and, I'm grateful for the past. But for me, it's the past that built me to who I am today, and all I kind of look forward is the future, because, I take it one day at a time, and, I can't control the past. I only can build on it. But, yeah, I want to be a leader of this team. I want to, help this club win more championships. So for me, that's all I cared about. And, I'll take whatever role I get. I don't care if I'm the face. I don't care if I'm, the 11th guy on the field, whatever it is. I'll take my role with pride and, do whatever I can to help this team win.
What does the off season look like for you? I know you talked about, the work starts, but I assume you try and take at least a little time to relax a little bit. I mean, it's a short time for you guys have to be back here. But what's on the agenda for you?
Yeah, I'm taking a trip down to Florida next week with some of my buddies right before the holidays. But when I get back, it's, obviously Christmas, New Year's, and then basically right back into it. So I'll take a little bit of, I'll work in the mornings and then relax in the afternoons.
Back to St. Louis?
Yeah, back in St. Louis, yep.
Patrick, you replaced a veteran, well-respected, quite good goalkeeper early in the season. And, you're often mentioned by the coach as someone who had to rewire his game as much or more than anyone else on the field. And in his system, everyone had to this year. Can you describe, after thinking about it for a second, how far you've come as a player since you broke camp and got the job in the starting lineup?
Yeah, it's crazy to look back on. I mean,
It just seems like a lot.
yeah, no, it was. I think, Wilfred says it all the time, being courageous, being bold, and brave. The aspects and the tactics that he wants from all of us, I think it was all a big learning moment. Everyone was kind of confused, not confused, but everyone was a little hesitant at first. And so, I mean, for myself, especially, pausing, being comfortable on the ball, a guy's pressing me, whatever it is, he still wanted me to, have that calm demeanor. And so I think, just looking back on, at times at the beginning of the year, I was frantic. I wasn't as, calm and composed to where I was at the end of the year. It's crazy to think about.
In a sense, isn't that what they teach goalkeepers to, is you don't want the ball, you stop it and you give it to the guys that.
Yeah, I mean that's what it used to be. Obviously, the modern game is changing a little bit, and definitely changed a lot with Wilfred.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was in college, it was anytime the ball would come back, I was getting pressed. It was just put the ball long. And even last year under Laurent, he had basically kind of this similar philosophies as Wilfred, where it's ball comes back to me, he's like, don't boot it, play. Let's take the touch, find your outlet, play. If I'm coming off my line as sweeper keeper, don't just boot the ball long. Like position my body to take a touch, control it, away from pressure and play. So kind of you're just learning all these aspects, and obviously I did it with Crew 2 a little bit last year, but to do it in front of 20, 25,000 people, it's a whole lot different. So just figuring out when I'm in those situations in front of that many people, that I can still do it, and learning that it's those people are there just watching you, and that you just still need to play your game. I think it was another big learning moment that I had this year.
Well, this team's tactics aren't revolutionary per se, but the philosophy is much different in that they don't back off the tactics situationally. This team does What's it like to sit back there in the box and watch this team go forward?
Oh, it's special. I know I rewatched the PK, and it's funny. It was just what we work on in training each and every day, and just to watch it just so fluidly. The build up with Darlington and Aiden, then to Matan and out wide to Yao, back to Diego. It's you see it every day on the training pitch, and so just to like kind of watch it firsthand just unfold in such a big game, and games all year it's art. It's literally a picture perfect artwork.
I mean, even that pass by Malte
Yeah,
was at the end of an 11-pass buildup. I mean, it just ended a little quicker than most of your buildups do because he spotted something, but that was.
yeah. It's funny. It literally happened on Wednesday. Same exact play. Questionable PK call in practice, but it's practice, so you're never gonna get it. But we joked, we were like, well, hopefully it's on Saturday when it happens, we'll get the PK call. But I was able to break free and just finish. So it's the stuff you see in the game is nothing. It's nothing new. It's what we do. Yeah, no, I mean Malte's played that ball a couple times. It was on the ground. He's played it, but over the top he's played it a couple times this year in games. But I mean, yeah, what you see out there is what you get every day in practice.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Y'all run into you and see the side of the hall.
Sounds good.